Hello, club members. Welcome back to the Boxcar for another episode of the Red Acre Neighborhood Watch. This will be our December edition, our last episode of the decade, so this is going to be a really fun episode. Of course, we have our usual hosts. We have Zayden, God, right there with that mask of his, which we'll be talking a little bit about that later. Say hi, Zayden.
Hello, hi guys. I hope everyone's doing well tonight.
And then next up we have Kyle, which I think he's somewhere in the back. But Kyle is going to be our other guest for the day.
Hello.
And then, of course, our beautiful camera woman, Leia.
Hello.
And then there's me, back after a 2-month hiatus, running wild and free for that murder god. So it's great to see you. So before we start with the episode, just want to let you guys know, starting today, we will be having a schedule change from here on out. We will, instead of being the last Sunday of every month, we will be airing our episodes on the last Saturday of every month at 9 p.m. EST or 8 p.m. CST, 6 p.m. PST, and then, I don't know what mountain time is. Mountain time doesn't exist. It's the government conspiracy. But that will be our new schedule from here on out, and we will be cutting our episodes shorter too, so that we don't step on over into God hours. So don't worry, you guys can still tune in, and not miss out on any activity that's going to be out there in Red Acre. Of course, if you guys do end up getting any activity in Red Acre, please feel free to report that activity in the official Discord. All like lore and speculation and transcripts can go right in there, and it's a great hub for everybody to talk about the game, theorize a little bit, and make some friends. We do have the interaction archive as well, where you can submit those interactions, and the link, we will be posting it here in the chat in just a second. Boop, there it is. So just click that link, join the Discord, and tell us about what you see out there. And just a reminder, after this episode is done, we will be doing a raid with somebody who's playing the Blackout Club. So please feel free to stick around, cheer on a new folk, and tell them about the new stuff that's going out here. All right, and a brief reminder that if you hear anything going on with the hosts and guests, please let us know, because there's going to be some audio level changes because we are doing this all live. So let us know if you hear something kind of. And also, remember, we do count when Zayden screams, so call out in the chat when you hear one.
Wahahaha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try not to scream too much, but
We'll see how that works out.
It gets the better of me,
You're that's just who you are as a person. You're just a screamer. And then the last time that we broke through the Chorus Radio Wave embargo, we did speak previously about the big end arc ones, such as Dance for Us's death, and all the interactions and reactions to that has happened since then. Babies, and that's not including Leia's very favorite creepy babies that are crawling all over the ceilings trying to hunt us down, but rather a baby that has been kidnapped. Yes. Yeah, we're not. No, Leia, I'm sorry, that dream's not coming true.
It's not happening.
Will someday.
No,
Leia.
No,
Somewhere in some
absolutely not.
universe.
We're leaving that dream in the past decade. We're not taking it with us.
Or are we?
I'm smuggling it out. Kyle will help me.
Oh God, somewhere over the rainbow babies crawl. No, absolutely not. No, I don't want the babies to crawl over the. And then we had a lot of speculation about the hunter, which with this episode, we will be talking a little bit about exciting information about him, so stick around for that. So talking about, or I'm so sorry, going on about what we'll be talking about today, we actually have a little bit of a special episode this time. This will be a short yearly recap of all the events that have happened in the Blackout Club, both lore and gameplay wise. We're going to be discussing some of those topics, such as new masks, the ever-present hunter, alliances, and the different plot threads that are being pulled right now. We will be showcasing some player dreams that have been submitted to us, because you know, we want to show you guys what you're getting. That's not like the public dreams. And of course, we will be talking about lore and speculation across the way. We will always be taking and reading your questions and comments and theories, so please type away in the chat because we will see it and we will judge you minimally for it. Or sometimes a lot. We'll see how it goes.
It's so true. Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with our recap. Take it away, Leia.
All right, friends, we made something so beautiful for you and so hard for us old people. So let me show you what we made.
Yeah.
All right. Here we have it. A beautiful presentation of a year of TBC.
Bam, 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 bam.
Of course, we're going to start with January.
Yeah.
January.
So January is when we had the game update for Stalkers, and then we could play as a Stalker mode. Before then, it was like a dev that was playing Stalker, and and they would just kind of show up in your game sometimes. We also learned of TAD's host Scram, and we're in this kind of particular part of the story. We were searching for the name fragments and burning name fragments if you didn't want them to exist. And we also learned that TAD was a bit of a shit to his siblings growing up. On top of that, we also learned about Watchers as well. And yeah, basically that's kind of it for January. And I think Leia drew a little doodle here, right?
Yeah, so I have to preface that I offered to do the art for this, but I'm not an artist. So just hold on to
Disclaimer.
Hold on to your britches.
Keep the shade to yourself.
If you
Show
laugh,
us
I am
the
laughing
art.
with you. Here is Leia's version
Show us
of
the art.
Stalkers.
Leia's taking commissions after this, just in case you want more.
No, Leia's not. This is my version of Zayden.
I love it.
Because he gave me so much shit as a stalker that
Oh
this
yeah,
is Zayden.
yeah. I remember.
It's perfect.
It was intense.
Oh my god, I remember.
Can you imagine ransacking a room and then you just look over at the window
Yeah.
and you see that?
Yeah, that's basically what it was. With
There were
Zayden.
so little of us in EA, so like you would just kind of get the same people, and at the time you couldn't turn off stalkers, so like it was like an inevitable thing for me. Like it was like, you can beat me one game, that's fine, but like 2 games from now I'm going to wipe your whole team and you're just going to complain about it. So it was a good
Oh
meme.
yeah.
It was very
And
cathartic to draw
stalkers.
this, just, you know.
I would have thought it would have been therapeutic, but but
was
yeah,
secretly
definitely
for
that was a fun time. I loved it.
revenge.
Yes.
And stalkers are so fun as like a feature too, because when they first came out, they gave us like actually a little bit of lore with them, including like, you know, how people could work for Speak as One. And as it turns out, for stalkers, it's blackmail. So you know,
Yeah,
Speak as One's that kind of person.
I think that was the kind of the default story presented, but I know for other kids that were already SAO acolytes, they didn't kind of take it as blackmail. They kind of saw it as an opportunity to prove themselves. I know a lot of SAO kids kind of take it like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I think the base story that is presented in the box art is that you're being blackmailed.
Right.
Definitely. And then I think another fun thing about like, you know, the lore and stuff that we had in January were the things like the name fragments and how we just went absolutely crazy finding all these name fragments and learning about their.
Yeah, I think the first one was the one in the cave that TID led people to, and then after that, people were just like, okay, they exist somewhere. I remember when in that time, I only knew of like 3, which was that one, the one in the house, like in the bedroom, and the third one I think was the one in the rafters. I think those was the only 3 that were there at the time. I don't know.
God, was it really only 3 in January?
Like that's all we really knew, and then later it kind of got bigger. The more kids that kind of like started to find their fragments, the bigger it kind of got. So it was a lot of fun at the time to
It's like
find
a
it. But I never,
Katamari.
I've never really found one, like stumbled on one, but yeah.
It's a Katamari ball of dead people.
It's a calamari ball of dead people. Oh jeez.
All right,
Yeah.
well, that is January. Now for
Mhm.
February, we got some fun game updates. We got introduced to the plexus and signal relay. The Idare officially was open on the wheel to send sacrifices to. And we learned how to repair drones. Lore-wise, the Idare started to understand humor, and we learned that Laugh Last sold the Idare out. The Idare also made sure that he wasn't asking for sacrifice. He was a big, and still is big, on choice being important. Speak as One finally realizes that the Idare has returned and starts hunting his hosts nightly. But the Idare's siblings still didn't quite believe that he had returned. And
This was around. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
This was around the time where we had the SEO arc where SEO was wondering who was following who, and then the SEO kids could be like, "Oh, this person follows TAD," and then the SEO would go like torment them, or just be aware that they were TAD followers. But yeah, continue.
Right, that's right. So the little piece of art I drew was for the Idare. I know that he probably said this to a couple of people when he started experiencing humor, but it's the whole like, "Oh, I laughed with your mouth," and that's
See,
what
That was an endearing moment.
I love this.
Yeah.
Endearing. I always thought it was like kind of creepy because it's like, yes, allow me to cement the fact that I control you and I use your body to do the things that I want to do. And what I want to do is.
I mean, their voices. I think all of them have to. I mean, all of them talk through you, anyway. So, but I agreed.
True,
it's
but
creepy, but I thought it was kind of cute.
Are they controlling us, or are they us?
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
Oh God,
This
Massium
is
just
where-
said.
I think
burst
that's
out
the
laughing.
whole concept of the game. Like, who's controlling who? The voices or us? Dun 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 dun.
Massie made a good point here. You burst out laughing, but instead it's the hunter's laugh. My God, his
No.
laugh is great.
I wish I could
It's
do
terrifying.
that to my friends. Just
So
Honest-
good. Read that comment. That's
Honestly, same. Yeah, and I think this kind of February was like when we started to dig in more into what happened with the Idare back in the day, because we started to learn a little bit more about how the Idare interacted with his siblings, and we started to dig in more of why Speak as One killed him, why, because I think back then our biggest question was, how did he die?
Right.
Yeah, definitely. There were a lot
about
of
the
questions about the dare and how SAO kind of worded it in a way to make TAD, sort of do it. And then he did, and then SAO, all the hosts were revealed to SAO, and SAO could just call them all.
All right, well, that is February. Let's move on to March.
So March came with another update, this time adding the Subnuga Key area, the famous Dove mission, and the ritual process was changed. You had to pick who specifically to send rituals to at the time, because before you just had to call out into the void.
Yeah, and we had the mechanic change where we had to assign it.
Around this time, SAO says that the hunter represents vanity and gluttony, and that he lived before time had met. The hunter shows up for the very first time, visiting some people. The idea is revealed to be in contact with Dead Skeptic, and the hunter is stated that he will wait until the idea is strong and then strike. And then I wanted to wake a hunter for reasons. Good
For
reasons.
For reasons, TM.
Bad reason, TM. Yeah, when the hunter was revealed, Kit and I got an interaction. I think I don't know if it was at the time or a couple days after, but that was really creepy when he showed up, and yeah, definitely terrible.
Well, speaking of the hunter hunting kids, that's actually what our little doodle is. Those are supposed to be hunter teeth in the background.
Oh, I see.
Like,
hey,
there's
there's some perspective in
Just
here.
chewing-
Okay,
just chewing on these kids.
dude,
I
Leia
mean,
art, bro. Leia art.
Don't
Oh
judge my
God.
fangs, okay?
It's so cute. Look
They're,
at they have little
they're
blushes.
very cute. They're very adorable.
Thank
Those kids are being eaten alive. They're surprisingly not as freaked out about being eaten alive as you think they would be.
Well, you know, I can do like 3 mouth shapes, so that's what you get.
I can only draw 3 mouths.
But
Sometimes if you cheese it, it's enough.
there you go. So not looking at the art anymore. It's actually time for our first giveaway.
Boo.
So during our stream today, we're giving away 4 of the God DLC packs, and at the end, we're also giving away a copy of TBC. So let me open up our first giveaway so that you can join it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hopefully this works. I'm an old person, remember.
Where's my unknown caller DLC? I'm sorry, Runs Without Scissors. The unknown caller is probably dead. And what's in their body right now is a puppet. Probably the hunter. I'm just.
A hunter would text in all caps, guys. Think about it. Okay, think about it.
I mean, that didn't stop Dance for Us from getting DLC.
That's true.
Nice job, you guys. Just type ! giveaway to be entered to win a DLC pack.
And these DLC packs are great. They come with what? A jacket
And a baseball
shirt.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they come with like a statue of your god's symbol that you can pose around the boxcar, and then a little painting of their symbol that you can also hang on the wall. They're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, they're really cohesive and really thought out. You can tell that the artist put a lot of work onto them, honestly.
Definitely. Like, their statues are just wonderful, and I still cannot get over the laugh last.
Bone Figure's so pathetic. I love it.
It just makes way too much sense that that was his statue.
God. I think
Says-
one thing that I'll.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think one of the ones that I like the most in terms of symbolism has got to be Die for Use, because it's like
Yeah.
a red blood drop on that flower, and then the flower has blood on it, and then the tip of the blood drop has that like knife at the top. Like, man.
I love it. Yeah, that is the IHT one too, where it's like in abyss, hole of black darkness, evil. Bleh. Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, with the candles, yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah, I agree. I like Dance for Us's like how her symbol actually is like in the shape of a dancer. That's just incredible.
Muse says, "Let me stick my hand in the IHT one."
Careful,
That's how
Muse.
you lose your.
Don't
I don't know where it would go. Don't do that.
That's a mood, Muse. I'd do it with you. Let's go.
She sticks her hand in there. Your sacrifice has been accepted, muses Nella.
You reach in, a hand grabs yours. Good God, no.
Oh, that would
Oh
be
my
terrifying.
A hand pops out and tempts you to go in.
Hey, come shake my hand.
All right, guys, about 10 more seconds, and then we'll close up and pick a winner for this giveaway. Thank you for all those who have entered. Best of luck.
Good luck, guys. May the best God.
All right, and our winner is Drax S. Draxes. Congratulations.
We speak as one.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. I have my Discord tag in there. It's Leia Solo 5145. Just message me on there after the stream and let me know which one you want, and we'll get you hooked up and squared away.
Congrats.
For those of you who didn't win, no worries. We have 4 more giveaways left in our stream.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so on to April. Zayden, that's you.
Yeah. Bye. hits you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody, he
actually
just
counts.
screamed.
No, wait, that was you though. You baited me. What the?
No, I didn't bait you. You're, Jesus. Okay, fine. He screamed. I'm right. Anyway, we're talking about April now. Okay, so April was when we got another game update. We started to get a little bit of lore in the form of the Whisper Twins, who are constantly standing in the boxcar now, and more journal notes, which have been really, really interesting and fun to tear apart because they tell us a lot about like tiny details in the game's lore that we would not be able to know anything about in any other way. Um, more in April that we found out like Dead Skeptic was still a thing, that the idea was talking to them. They were looking for evidence and they were en route to Redacre. And they were in hiding because Speak as One knew that they were coming to Redacre. So, there was a lot of high tensions there. One of the lore journals that we got was the Dance for Us Dancing Cygnus, where it was found out that she was doing blatant public worship, and Speak as One knew about that and started to get really, really mad about it. Then we started to learn more about more fragments and even some the idea followers who were not fragments, like Cody, who just flat out is gone. We have no idea what happened to Cody. Might be dead. The idea still continued to ask players whether or not they wanted to die or join the song, and of course, Kyle was still on his crusade to wake the hunter.
As
No,
ever.
I think TAD talked him off the ledge for a second. Then Kyle was like, "Okay," and then he turned around and he was like, "But wait, maybe I can." And then he just kept going.
Who would if I
Pretty
went back off the ledge?
I'm on the ledge. I'm off the ledge. I'm on the ledge. I'm off the ledge. I'm
basically
on
it
the.
was like, Kyle, don't like the hunter. Okay, but wait, actually, what if I did anyways?
Over and over and over again. So
Drax has a question in the chat. Was Die For You still Dance For Me at this point? She was not. Since the beginning of the game, she has always been Dance For Us. It was before the events of the game that she was Dance For Me. We don't know how long before the events of the game she was Dance For Me, but it was quite a while.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
question.
Actually, I think we might have a somewhat vague timeline for that, based on something SAO told another player, Muse, and the mission description text for the dance record behavior mission.
Oh,
We know
really?
that Dance for Us
Hmm.
only danced sleepers to their deaths when she was Dance for Me, from what and in the mission description, it said that Bells was around to see sleepers dance until they died. So when Bells was around,
Hmm.
Dance for Us was still Dance for Me.
Ooh, now that's
Ooh.
galaxy brain shit right there.
That is some tin foil that I can stand behind. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's not just tinfoil. That's like some sheet metal. It's got some foundation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I see some hot glue in there. Like I'm seeing it.
Some good shit.
I love it. Well, speaking of the creepy twins, I have a drawing for you of the creepy whisper twins that says, "Let's stand here and say creepy shit, 'cause that's what they do." Aw, yeah.
I love the like. Well, who's gonna teach you how to drive, Professor Fear? Duh. I love it.
Sparrow, I'm allowed to draw them because they get sassy every time I get in that train car, and I don't ask for that, okay? I don't ask for that.
What did the Whisper Twins ever do to you?
Just borrow my Whisper Twins. They never talk. I
Okay,
haven't
let's
heard them
trade.
speak in months.
Mine haven't spoken in a while too.
I also had to include this drawing of Kyle trying to convince the idea that he should set cars on fire and be chaotic. And Kyle looks like he's going to disobey.
But the flames are so pretty.
Kyle is just an agent of chaos, and you know what? I can support that.
11 out of 10 accurate, Kyle. Yes! That's the best feedback
Yes.
ever. All right, my friends, that was April. Whew, let's move into May.
Yeah, so in May we get the snacks, which was awesome because then we got the fireworks, like the little shop, and with that we got the new store as well. We also got new gestures. The houses got redesigned, so that's when they added the symbol, and that's when we actually started researching like what the symbol was and like what this house is and who lives in this
Mhm.
house, because all the houses got a lot of personality added into them with this revamp. And then we also had the two new missions: follow the trail and record an enemy. So we also learned about TAD's host,
Hi,
Elisa,
Lisa.
Lisa, yeah. And old growth. We also learned that old growth is used to groom children, and that's very apparent because of the posters on it. A lot of the hidden metaphor is kind of put into it that we see later when it's actually released. TAD starts to look for Cody in the woods. Watchers are revealed to be dead SAO host. And the gas and the soliloquy is an experiment to find original thought. The first voice. The first fire represents intelligence, consciousness, and a gift from the song. It's also a representation of burning a candle at both ends, which is very kind of like what a lucid has to do because they have to be awake all the time. So they have to be very much efficient with their time. And host conditioning is for training sleepers as well. So this was a pretty big month. We got a lot of content this month. We had a lot of research done in this month as well. Especially the record an enemy. We asked about it as well. We learned that it was just something revolving with Dancerous at the time.
Mhm. That was actually a lot of really fun lore bits that kicked off even more flurries of theories and the like, especially like why she was uh making these sleepers do that one gesture, which is chase the sun. Which, when the houses got redesigned and that triskelion, that symbol that Zayden was talking about, was like, first put into the game, like we didn't know that it was significant back then, but we'll find out like 2 months later.
Yeah, at the time when I had asked, it was just like it's a symbol of a long dead voice, and I was like, okay, shrugged. Like, I mean, move away. I don't really care about it, right? But then later, it was like, oh my god, this is actually a bigger thing than we all thought it would be. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
pull the wool over our eyes on that.
I love how it was so nicely hidden with all these like houses to explore, all these pictures to explore. It's not something we like looked over, but it was like with this mass of other details. So it didn't just super stand out.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah,
Right.
like when one of the houses had like butterflies, people were like, "Oh, maybe they're a team follower," and it was like, "Yeah, this is
Yeah.
I think." Mm-hmm.
We
So
we
like,
were
and
right.
so like within all the other cool decorations, they hid a crime scene right under our noses.
Right?
Literally.
Oh my god, Kyle, that
It's
was
true.
very poetic. I love it.
It's very good too. And like just like how Zayden was saying, like, with like all these houses, we found like the butterflies and we pegged them as a certain god follower and we were right. Like all of the houses have the same sort of personality that tells us so much about the families that are there. That like even the most innocent pictures that they might have on their bedstand can be something that may be relevant much later on. And we still have yet to I feel like we still have yet to find all of the secret elements in the map, which is pretty great. Like since May, we're still finding stuff.
I completely agree. So May was a very beefy month.
Absolutely.
But also, our kids might have gotten a little chunky because we got access to snacks. So
Yeah,
I
we
thought,
lots of pixie sticks were ate at night in SAS for sure that month.
yeah. So I thought, speaking of pixie sticks, this is probably what we all look like on snacks.
Heck yeah.
Snacks.
Oh god. That kid has had too much sugar. I can see the void. Void is in her teeth. And apparently she's gorgeous.
Absolutely. All right, after May, we have June, the best month ever, if I may say so myself. Not my birthday month. I mean, yes, it is. Okay, anyways. So in June, we were talking more about the symbol in 922, and we confirmed it to be the symbol of a missing glory-seeking voice. We learned that the hunter was contained by Speak as One, but now had been set free. Thanks, Kyle. And we also had learned that Speak as One could place wards on his children to block them from being interacted with from the I Dare. And also, the voice of Speak as One speaks for the first time in dreams, which was so cool to hear. And we also discovered the rare behavior that you can record in the mind blanking tablet room. Thank you.
Cryptogram library.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did
Tablet thingy.
you have like a brain fart? You're just like, room with wood?
I never called
Squares
them.
on what?
I never called them by their real names.
Chorus's budget is so inflated because they just have iPad tablets. Just
What
taking
budget? We own everything.
I was gonna say the book room that doesn't have books, and I didn't think that was much better. You know what I was gonna say. So yeah, June was a great month, not only because it's my birthday, because of all these other fun things that happened. Anything else you guys want to add to June before we do another giveaway?
I think we should talk a little bit about the voice of Speak as One, because like before Speak as One started to talk, like they were silent. They were only a text god. So like when we first realized that Speak as One sent out a public dream, I think we all collectively lost our shit. But
Yeah,
especially Zayden, because it was your dream that they answered.
I know. I was like, what the F word? You know, gotta keep the stream PG.
What the
And
fudge?
you know, and it was a lot to take in at first. We had never heard them before. I think from a character perspective, the way that they layer the voice and the rendering that goes into the voice production is really cool. I really like how it all sounds like multiple people talking. My favorite voice in the background is the monotone one. I love that one. Whoever you are, good job.
I love it. So if you are an SAO follower, maybe now's your time to win that SAO DLC pack or any other pack that you would like. We're going to open up another God DLC pack. So same thing. You'll type ! giveaway to enter. Let me start it up really quick. You'll know you've been entered because it will give you a little response that says you've been entered. So if you don't see that, keep doing ! giveaway until you show up. There we go. So this is our second out of 5 giveaways that we're doing this stream, just as like a nice holiday and a thank you episode for everyone here who has stuck with us through almost an entire year. It's been a little less than a year for us doing the Red Acre Neighborhood Watch, but couldn't do it without
We'll have
you
your
guys.
anniversary soon, though.
Oh yeah,
it'll be in March. Heck yeah.
Oh, already planning for it. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
A year of Red Acre Neighborhood Watch. I love it.
A whole year of us just sitting in front of mics, spitting out the lore that we have and cracking a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Heck
Drax,
yeah.
that's a great question. If you've already won, you're more than welcome to enter again if you'd like. But if you win again, we'll probably go and pick someone else so that we can get as many people DLC as possible.
You can enter to see if you can win twice in a row, and then you should buy a lottery ticket afterwards because you know you're hella lucky.
Yeah, and then take us all to Vegas. Yes.
Yeah, remember us when you are scratching your lottery ticket.
Take us to Vegas, buy us all a car. It doesn't have to be a super nice car, but like, you know, one of those good, decent, like secondhand cars that are under like, you know, 80,000 miles and has kind of like the seat warmer. Like, it doesn't have to have like the screen on the front, but like maybe a sunroof. That sounds kind of nice.
I feel like you've
detailed.
thought about this a lot.
Yeah, I'm like, Cal's over here, like, you know, thinking about her dream car. That was a very strong visualization, you know?
I just want a seat warmer. It's so nice.
So now you know exactly what Cal wants. You know exactly what to get them.
Listen, it's just being reasonable.
Your words are nice.
Reasonable. All right, friends, we have about 30 seconds left. If you haven't entered, remember you can do ! giveaway. If you happen to have all of the DLC already, you're still more than welcome to enter, and you can give it to a friend or whatever you like. And everyone is welcome to be part of the giveaway, whether you follow us or not, or if this is your first time or you're 9th time,
Yeah.
whatever you feel.
If it's your 9th time, kudos. You've been to every episode. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Let's give Knuckles for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, high five.
All right,
We'll high five
friends.
you with the laugh last foam finger.
There you go.
Oh my god. I'm cheering you on with the Laplace figure. How
And-
authentic would that cheery on be?
All right, guys. Our winner this time around is SEU. SEU, yo, SEO. One of the two. I'm not hip. I probably can't say it right. But SEO.
It's me.
SEO. Then make sure that you message me on Discord. You can do it during the stream, but I won't respond to you till after, obviously. But we will hook you up with whatever DLC pack that you would like. If you didn't win, have no fear. We still have 3 more giveaways left.
The big giveaway.
Oh, yeah. And with that, let's shoot over to July.
Take it away, Kyle.
July comes with another new update. This time, Old Growth is finally open. At least, I think. And the Dance for a Sleeper remote mission, officially known as the Record Behavior mission, is released. The Cody trail goes cold, and then nobody ever asks about him ever again. We learn of another The Idar host, Zachary, or Zach. Dead Skeptic may have been hunted before, and yet they're still planning on coming to Redacre. In Her Teeth tries to recruit new followers. Fake The Idar fragments are found. Seed the Grudge is reported for the very first time. Nameless God calls out players. And the Not Adversary, also known as the Captive, takes kids to saturation control.
July was really busy, especially at the very end of the month when the game was officially released.
Yeah.
I know the team was definitely like working super hard, and it was just so amazing that we got so much stuff too. Like, you think that they would be conserving energy to like for release, but they were still just through the thick of it all, very consistent.
Like, I think even before July 31st, we started getting like the small little tidbits of like all this extra stuff that was happening, and then once the release came, it just exploded. Seed the Grudge, Nameless, the Captive, like there was reports coming in all the time, and there was just those jokes in those very first days where it was like every single day we had a new voice that was revealed.
It was very overwhelming, definitely, and it felt like the lore floodgates had been opened. I did try and draw the Dead Skeptic logo for this, and well, I mean, it's not here, so you know how it turned out. It was pretty bad. So I'm sparing your eyes on Dead Skeptic weird logo that looked like noodles instead of a snake.
Darn. You're depriving us of this artwork.
After July, we have August.
Which is also one of the best months out of the year, and I'm not saying that because it is my birthday. But yeah, no, August was pretty great because this was like the first month where we started to actually digest everything that happened at the very end of July, and some of the new stuff was still going in the very beginning of August. So we started to learn more about Nameless, which as time went on, we actually found out her name was actually Chase the Sun. She would come in and beg us for help because she was hurt. This was actually as we found out that it was disorienting for both the Eighth and Nameless to both exist in Raidacre, because as it turns out they were sharing the kind of same domain with the whole competition and victory thing, but two sides of the same kind of victory coin. One's better one's less palatable one because he's mean. We found out that the Idare, when he viewed Chase the Sun's broken symbol in 922, it got him sick. And then he started being unable to talk to more than one person per mission. We learned more about Seed the Grudge, and we found out that she is more associated with vengeance and justice. The unknown caller finally shows their face. If you could say sending text messages, mean text messages to children showing your face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we found out that Dance for Us was asking about whether or not she should trust the Idare. We learned some more info on how Laplace betrayed the Idare, and then we found out that Speak as One had taken Colm Ryan under their care. And then we started getting the first notes that the Idare's name is changing. Very beefy month.
Yeah, absolutely. This month was huge. And
This month had a ton going on, and also around this same time, we had the alliance between the Idare and Die For You, which is dun 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 my drawing. A little the Idare follower and a Die For You follower.
that is so wholesome.
Aw,
It's so cute. They look
And that's
so
4 mouths you can draw.
they're so
4.
adorable.
Oh, I'm so glad you're counting the mouths I could draw. They
You can go
consist
into
of
3, but you know
lines
what?
and
You can do
open.
4, and you've already done it. Exactly.
This is appreciate Leia's art out.
Yeah, I feel like Zayden's screaming at me and trying to be nice, and I'm so confused.
Take our love.
You're good at art! And you're like all scared in the corner. Like, what the heck, dude?
Thank you.
Quick, someone. There we go. Sparrow got it.
Thank you, Sparrow.
Save the screen.
All right, on to September.
September, of course.
Oh,
Yes.
now you're all soft.
The
Okay.
best month. I'm just kidding. September was when we got the quality of life changes to allow the purchase of stalker dossiers in the van, and then we had even more gestures added. I think this is when we got the Kung Fu one. I know Kung Fu and other ones like that, if I recall correctly. The SCG was added to the ritual table after a lot of prayers went in to add her to the table. And then in this general month, we're still searching for clues regarding the nameless shattering. The unknown caller visits people and he continues to try to find trustworthy kids who do not trust the voices. And then we find out that the unknown caller spoke with bells. And then later in this month is when TMC releases a dream where he kind of announces that Gwen is his follower and that he kind of saved her before the hunter came to claim her, I guess, and that he provides more information regarding the night before that Colm was out. And this is also when we get the public announcement for the DFY alliance with TID, and then TID can now give chosen shirts to people after much breakage in himself. And then he also agrees to feed himself to IHT, something I know a lot of TID followers were like, "No, you can't do it." And yeah, this was a good month. And TID's hosts are really paranoid and they're kind of avoiding each other since the symbol kind of made him feel very ill when he looked at it.
This was a
Yeah,
huge
this
month.
was a month.
Yeah,
I was kind of sore.
There's a
Yeah.
lot to unpack here.
It's so crazy that like we got out of early access, right? And for a month in August it was total chaos. And we were like expecting it to slow down. And then September came and was like, full speed ahead. Like no one's getting off this crazy train. We were just going for it.
Buckle in, Buttercup.
Exactly.
Yeah, this one was a lot. I really like the quality of light changes where we could buy stalker dossiers on the fan.
Of course you did.
Yeah. And TAD given chosen shirts was very wholesome too. Go ahead, Archie.
Oh, the being able to purchase the stalker dossiers is also super handy when you buy out the entire store and you just have a bunch of snacks that are just sitting there and collecting and getting dust because nobody wants 10 billion cavities. So why not spend them on harassing people by being a stalker?
I feel like at this point we have so many snacks we could feed ourselves for the rest of our lifetimes. Think about it.
It's
Just
true.
live off candy and junk food for the rest of our lives.
If Speak as One ever lays siege to the boxcar, I think we'll be okay.
We'll be so good.
Be
We
so
could
like,
probably bury
most
some
of them are
lucids too.
Probably
Maybe it's not
expired by
SAO
now.
we have to worry about attacking the boxcar, but the hunter. Da, 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 da,
Dun, dun,
foil.
dun.
Okay.
Well, speaking of fun things. It's time for another giveaway. That one didn't really make sense, but you know what? Hey.
She's trying. Okay,
I'm
guys.
trying really hard
She's
here.
trying so hard.
This is our third of 5 giveaways for this stream, so let me start it up, and you know what to do if you are... Let me start it before I talk.
Hold on. She's about to start it, so wait for the bot to go in chat, and then
All
so
right,
now y'all can start with the.
Now go run wild and free.
There
So
you go.
while we're letting
Go off
this
now.
go, what's your guys' favorite God DLC that we've seen so far?
I mean, if I'm gonna, it's a steal.
Zayden, you don't get to respond to this question. We already know your answer. You just sit down and shut up. Hey, Leia, what's your favorite DLC?
I mean, I'm torn between Dance for Us and In Her Teeth because I feel like they're just so cool. What about you, Archer?
Mine's really hard. I think, like I said earlier, it's gotta be Die For You because of like that symbolism in his statue, because that's what I'm most enamored with. And then as a side note, Seat the Grudge. Like Seat the Grudge's statue is so freaking cool. Like it's just 2 knives just hanging out there, and that like little metal pendant just like dangling in the middle. Like it's really pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's like it almost looks like delicate jewelry. I really like it. I also like the TID one. Sparrow got it for me as like a sort of gag gift, and I really like it. It's like I like how it's like glued back together after being broken. It's so symbolic and well thought out. Like I loved it.
It is great. What about you, Kyle?
I think I'm torn between the Speakus one and the theater ones. It's mostly because the Speakus one t-shirt is the best shirt I've seen in this game. It is so cool.
It is pretty damn cool.
And the theater statue is pretty cool too.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love like the little details that they put in on these statues. Like they're not just like, the symbol made into a 3D model. No, they have like actual thought and symbolism put in.
I agree, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Especially since the theater one looks like it's kind of cracked a little.
Yeah,
like the paint rubbed off.
Yeah, like it was just picked up and smashed, and now it's just been put back together, which is a great mirror of like what actually happened.
I definitely agree.
I also kind of like how the Speakus one statue reminds me of the monolith from 2001 Space. If any of you have ever seen that movie.
I have not, no.
I have not either.
I can't say I have, but to be fair, I don't really watch movies.
All right, friends, I'm about to pick a winner. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your eyes. And oh my gosh.
Oh,
Drax,
you.
We have a double winner.
What?
You won again, but since you already won, we're going to pick another winner. You're just extra lucky. You really are going to take us to Vegas.
So go get your lottery ticket now.
Please get me the car with the seat warmer.
All right, Ace7567, you are our winner for a God DLC pack. Make sure that you message me on Discord anytime between now and the end of the stream, and at the end of the stream, I will get your info and get you your pack. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, that's you. Oh, hey.
That's you.
All right, friends.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
We are now on to October. So for October, we got a new mission, the Dance Fever mission, which we all thought was great. Let's just admit that right now.
It's still great.
We all thought it was great.
We thought it was cool. It voted highest in the polls.
It did vote highest in the polls, and
we were all like, "We love the music. It was so great," and it was actually the activation.
Oh, we also got Signal Relay, which is also fun, and Egg the Lucid, which is great. We had the indicators added on the HUD, which is helpful. And the whole town of Red Acre was decorated for Halloween, which was really spooky and fun. Around the same time, we had Unknown Caller releasing their little bits of recordings to different players. Lots of the voices were alluding to this upcoming harvest season. We didn't really know what it meant at the time, so we were like, yeah, this sounds great. And Chase the Sun symbol appeared on the moon in red, so we were wondering if that was like a graveyard for voices. The symbol was confirmed to have bound the idea to speaking to one player at a time when he saw it. Speak as One spoke about other Speak as Ones outside of Red Acre and how they kind of picked on him, which was so hilarious.
Leave my asshole alone. And it's like his mom, like, you can't pick on it.
Let's see, the Voices private archive, we finally heard about that. Dance for Us, we found out, is looking for the same thing as Unknown Caller. The idea talked about how Dance for Us did not trust him anymore and wanted us to ask why and kind of grease the wheels with that alliance. And the adversary masks, which you saw in the beginning, you saw Kyle wearing, was given out for the first time in October. So this was
such a good month.
This was such a good month. This was, before we knew everything that was about to go down. The little thingy thing I did for you was when we all thought it was so fun that we were playing music and making our parents dance to it. So that's what that doodle is. That's a sleepwalker dancing to the music that we thought was so great and wholesome.
It was not wholesome.
It was not at all, and I cry. Yeah, Nasium, the calm before the storm.
That, I don't know, like, I know we'll talk a little bit more about it in the next month when we get to that portion, but like, I gotta say, like, I love the dance mission because of not only how fun it is and how it really gets you, like, running wild and free, and it's pure chaos, and anything that causes chaos is a favorite of mine, but also just how damn clever it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just good.
It was so clever.
It was so clever.
So speaking of the next month, Archer. Oh, no, wait. Kyle.
It's Kyle.
Over to you, sir.
In the month of November, we learned that plot armor doesn't exist because Dance First got eaten by the hunter. Shortly before that,
Oh my god, Kyle.
Shortly before that, we solved the Chase the Sun murder mystery. We learned that the hunter was the culprit, but he used the idea as his kind of proxy murder weapon, if that makes sense.
He told him to do it.
Gods start to develop plans of action against the hunter. Some gods want us to find the hunter's name. Spoilers, we did. Other gods want us to take a more active approach, and some don't really give a crap. More information of the harvest is found out in regards to what it means for Speak as One versus the other voices, and Theater should probably find that baby.
This was such a fun month, and I gotta say, as a Hunter follower, November was my favorite.
Oh, sure. I will give you that.
So
I think sometimes we have to be sensitive to DFU followers because we know this is a game, but we spend a lot of time talking to these NPCs, I guess, and we develop relationships with them, friendships, and it can be really sad when things, don't go the way we think they will and they die. So, but yeah.
I think that's a very emotionally intelligent thing to say, and yeah, that's a great thing to keep in mind because even though it is a game, it still can like leave a little pit in your old decrepit heart, for sure.
It really, really does, yeah. And like, with all like the hunterness aside, like that was just such an emotionally heavy moment. And the best part about it is that it was all done live. Like they
Absolutely.
like the entire like die for you murder scene was done live in
It's like
front of
Dance for Us.
like, oh, not die for you. Yes,
It's
dance for
like,
us. Thank you.
yeah, it was done
Yeah.
live, and it was really good. The voice acting was great, and it was a really incredible thing to witness. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I decided my doodle couldn't have anything to do with Dance for Us or I would become a puddle. So instead, I decided to do you a little doodle about the baby.
The baby? Which another fun thing to talk about with this baby is that this is the baby that belonged to Nayeli and Sibhan. Shannon,
Siobhan,
no.
Siobhan.
Siobhan, there we go.
Siobhan.
There we
Siobhan.
go. That belonged to them. And Colm Ryan was the biological father of this baby, and that was kind of like, the catalyst of like his entire spat with his sister and her wife, and what led to the hunter basically killing Chase the Sun. And then after Chase the Sun was killed and Colm Ryan was taken by Speakers One, the baby disappeared. And now we have no idea where this baby is, and there's a good chance that the hunter really wants this baby or may even have the baby. We don't know. We should find the baby.
Yeah, now
Absolutely.
I think SAO reveals that the baby is not a baby, but maybe it's more walking now, so it's not necessarily a baby anymore because this happened a while ago, and so it might be a child, like an actual child. We don't really know how old it might be, but definitely walking.
Yeah, we got to find that out. That's one of the on our long to-do list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And for our final month, December.
It's December. December came with a great update. Ugly pajamas, ugly sweaters, Christmas lights, the God DLC that we are giving
Fashionable
away.
sweaters.
Fa-
I'm just kidding.
Okay, you know what? Yes, yes. You know what? Ugly is just an aspect of perspective. These are beautiful sweaters. These are sweaters that cost more money than a Banksy drawing. These are good. It's good shit. Okay. Anyway,
Perfect.
we got the God DLC. The Unknown Caller comes back because after Dance for Us was killed by the Hunter, they disappeared. Like something happened to them, and we thought they were dead, but they're not. But is it actually the Unknown Caller? We'll find out.
Dun, dun, dun,
Um,
dun.
dun 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 dun. Then we started learning that other gods, not just the Idea, is giving out masks. Like the Speak as One mask, and there is a Dance for Us mask as well, which is pretty darn cool. Speak as One mask, jury's still out. Laugh Last is starting to look for an alliance partner of his own. He started asking about allying with the Hunter, which is pretty interesting. But we'll see how that pans out because, the Hunter just eats everything. We found out that the Idea does not lie to his chosen. The Idea comments about the Hunter and Laugh Last. The Idea also planned to get the Measure Cuts drunk to get the Measure Cuts in on the alliance, but as it turns out, that wasn't actually necessary. The Measure Cuts just was like, okay, I'll do it. We found out that the in her teeth is interested in the Unknown Caller, and we found out what the Hunter's name is. Let's have a drum roll, everybody. I can't actually do a drum roll because. Thank you. Perfect. It's Hunt the Strong. So, that's actually pretty cool. Like, that's a cool name. A little edgy, but I love it. We found out that he has spooky shadow power where he can hurt people when they go through the shadows. And yeah,
And the
it's
moon's
been
out
fun.
too in this patch as well.
Yeah, we got the
We're
moon
Yep.
back.
yeah. SEO remarked that it was like an insult like to them in a way because the children see them as the sun, and they are like the moon. So,
Ooh.
Ooh.
but we don't have any comments from either side about the moon yet. So we're still waiting to see how it got there and why it's there.
Someday we'll get our godcast telling us about how or not the Idea, how Die for you put the moon back in the
Speak as one stole the moon, so he stole it back. Coming to theaters near you.
I love it. Well, to wrap up that December, we have our final God DLC giveaway. And I have to start it quick so you guys don't just start doing the giveaway entering. Okay.
Everybody hold your typing.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold
All
it. Oh, there we
right.
go.
Oh, there you go. Go.
Chat exploded. I love it.
Exclamation
Go.
point giveaway to
Get your
enter.
DLC.
If
no.
Drax wins again.
Don't steal the love.
If Jack wins a third time, wow.
I'm gonna die.
Sorry, Officer Wolf, we do not have pizza for you today.
So do you guys think that the Measure Cuts is also going to put out a godcast of his own saying that he joined the Alliance? And how happy
Yeah.
do you think he's going to sound when he gives that godcast out? Because before, he seemed really reluctant to join in with the Idare.
Oof.
Well,
hope he
I guess
sounds
TID
irritated.
and him got really drunk or whatever and really talked it out. So
I
we'll see
think-
how.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think if he gives a godcast, it will have the same energy as that one dream who, if it's any consolation, yes, I love you.
Like, tone of where he's like, I guess I will say this just to placate you. Is that how you say it? Placate? I think that is. I'm gonna roll with
Placate, yeah.
There, okay. How dare you correct me? I was already wrong.
Placati.
Placate, yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah, it's placate, but you're
No.
fine.
Sparrow, don't bring that up. Okay, so for people listening in, Sparrow is referring to a dream Die For Us gave, responding to a player asking about the measure cuts, and the Idare Alliance, where Die For You wanted to basically do an impression of the Mr. Cut saying, I will save Redacre with my enlarged pink organ. No, I am talking about my brain. And I'm not gonna lie, I died. Where-
Drax said. So right now it's SAO versus everyone else, and then the neutrals. It's like
That is kind of correct.
it's like
The sword.
SAO versus the hunter versus everyone versus an alliance. Yeah, sort of. Not really versus,
Yeah.
but some of them are like not on like they're like on neutral terms. They're neither gonna fight them or like I don't know. Like if you say STG to TID, I wouldn't say like STG hurting TID, but she would just kind of like not care. You know, basically. So in some way, yes. Anyway.
All right, friends, we're going to close this giveaway. And the winner is Mimic.
Mimic! Oh my god, I'm so happy you won, Mimic. That's so cool.
Congrats, Mimic.
I love Mimic.
Remember to hit me up on
Congratulations.
Discord, and when our stream is over, I'll get you all hooked up. We have one more giveaway at the end of the stream, so if you haven't won yet, there is still hope. Yeah, you are more than welcome to give it to someone else. Just when you message me, let me know who and have them message me too so I can get their Steam deets.
Yes, Steam Deets.
Steam deets. All right, well, that is what we have for our TBC overview.
And now we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about the player dreams. So these, again, are private dreams gods have sent to players. These are not dreams that are in the current public rotation. So as like, you know, a way to get these dreams out there so everyone can hear them, we're gonna go ahead and showcase a couple of them. Our first dream that we're gonna have is from Malpheus. So we're gonna give this a second while it gets on up. And this should be pretty darn good.
All right. Make sure the volume's up. Okay, here we go.
Sounds a bit like diet die for you to me, Mal. You're right. I'm not just a big book of dad jokes, though. There was a time when humor itself was a statement. Management, the idea, both so grumpy. But I've evolved since then. My laughter is weapons grade now. The kind that saves a life or puts that last nail in their coffin. There you go. The final truth. Tell them all. Or, you know, Mal, maybe I'm just fucking with ya.
All right, there we go from Laugh Last himself to Malpheus. I definitely appreciated that ending where he says, maybe I'm just fucking with you. Because I feel like that's
He's
his
definitely
vibe.
not though. Like at one point, he was just humor itself. And TAD has commented on that before, like back in the early days when TAD had just started breaking out. He was just humor, and then he eventually twisted into being this different sort of like weaponized humor, like he said. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can kind of hear it in like the gruffness of his voice as well, which I think is so cool.
Love that little distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool, and I like this stream because, like, Laugh Last, he tends to answer a lot of very, like, funny dreams. Like, I'm gonna tattoo an ass on your ass, or I'm drawing a picture of you, and it's just asses all the way down.
Booty,
So,
booty,
like,
booty.
to hear him, no, to hear him give, like, you know, an answer like this, which it's just curtained in his usual humor and trying to, like, you know, crack a smile on your face, but like underneath that there is a lot to learn from him, and I think we're missing out on a lot by not reaching out to him and asking more serious stuff like this, because for one, we get great jokes, and for two, once you peel those jokes away, there's some good shit underneath. It's like peeling open a crab.
That's very true. Or an onion.
Peeling open the crab. Oh, I love your euphemism, Scout.
Thank you.
This next dream that we have is a dream from Cyrix. And this is a TMC dream. All right, here we go.
Wait. He said that? The bastard Prime, the Crown Prince Contrarian, now posits that choice was your gift, not his. That is quite something. Whatever he has become since his brutal censure here in Reading, it appears he can learn. Well, children, students of the adversary, you have my attention.
And there we go. That is, yes, that's where Bastard Prime came from in all its glory.
There is nothing more entertaining than hearing the measure cuts swear in a dream. I
It's
want
so
to
true.
hear him say fuck.
One day.
One day.
Yeah. I like it because he's sort of like, you know, he's like, okay, now y'all have my attention. It's kind of him kind of signaling Xerix that, you know, he might be interested in working with TID in the stream.
Definitely agree.
Or at least the very least interested in hearing out a
Hearing
version
them
of the
out, yeah.
idea that isn't anything like the old one.
Mm-hmm. Because what the measure cuts values more than anything else is people thinking from themselves and being able to change. And so to know that the idea was changing, well, that got us in.
Very true. This next dream that we have is from Tyr. And this is, I believe, another LL dream. Let me get this started.
Only I wouldn't even.
Ooh, Nene-chan has got some great information, guys, and that's the idea is reported to be out. So you know.
Ooh, well, we will hurry this up and let you all get on to the neighborhood.
Normally, I wouldn't even respond to this, but in her teeth is the worst. You could go that way if you want a lifetime of morbidity and doom. Or you could take a walk on the bright side with me. Listen, you asked if I want to talk. Well, hit me back and I'll tell my lawyers she can keep the boat. I want custody of you. Mwah!
I love the stream. What the heck?
It's brilliant. Very brilliant. So just another example of LL trying to go after some in her teeth followers and being sassy AF about it.
God, I gotta say, I love Laugh Last and In Her Teeth, like, entire dynamic. Like, it's so petty, and it's so very, not quite relatable, because I'm pretty sure nobody in this, like, Twitch chat has been divorced. But it's something that we've, like, seen before and have seen comedies about, so to hear these gods going through something so mundane is just hilarious.
This is very true.
Yeah, it's sort of him coming in to kind of answer the question, be like, you know what, I don't really want to answer this, but secretly I'm doing it because I really want you on my side. So here I am. Like, totally not.
And our last dream for our player submitted dreams is one that is being shared out of character. This is from Pup Games. All right, here we go.
Cassie, my chosen, my dark red seed, stood up to the hunter, did you? We must first know what to call him. A spoken name, if not his true name. Then, as we would with any grudge, a list of those he cares about. Who does he favor? Why? We will turn them. He is too vain to lair alone forever. Even one of his whelps on our leash would be an asset.
Ooh, and there we have it from Sita Grudge herself.
I love that dream. That is such a good dream. Holy crap.
It's a great dream. Not gonna lie, sweating a little bit, but also I love the implications of what it might mean from, like, a writer's perspective, and that's them trying to steal his hosts. And if you steal the hosts of a god, then they get weaker. So that's pretty fun.
I
Yeah,
completely
absolutely.
agree.
And it can give you more insight into that god too, as well as you.
We are
a person
not
have experience with
knifing.
them.
We are not knifing the followers runs without scissors, because guess what? We also have knives, and we will knife you back.
We're shaping them instead. Don't worry.
She
Yeah.
sounds so ominous when she says, make a list. It's like,
Yes.
oh dear.
Absolutely. So just a reminder for people watching, you can send in your personal dreams that you get, and then we will play them on next month's stream. This month we kind of took personal dreams that were from any time, but starting in the new year, we're going to try and just do personal dreams from the month that we are talking about in our stream, just to kind of keep everything cohesive. So if you get a dream or have gotten a dream in the past month, then submit it for next month.
We want to hear those dreams, because these are dreams that are not going to be in the public rotation. Give us them. Let us put you on this pedestal so everyone can enjoy it.
Absolutely. And if you don't want your information to be shared like in character, just let us know. And just like Pup Games did, we'll just give a little disclosure that tells everyone this is out of character information only and just used, for us as a collaborative community of storytelling goodness.
Yeah, thank you so much for the people that took the time to submit your personal dream, and we look forward to hearing more people's personal dreams on the next episode of Red Acre Neighborhood Watch.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
yeah.
with that, I think we are ready for the last segment, which is our community spotlight, and then our TBC giveaway, and then off into the night to cause trouble in Red Acre.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see some awesome fan art and media poems, whatever people have submitted for this month.
Great.
And look at how festive it is.
Guys, I did a thing and it's snowing, yeah.
It's snowing,
God.
yeah.
I know.
I love it. It's so festive.
Hey, Christmas.
So pretty.
Christmas for fucking
I did
crisis.
thing. All right.
Zayden screamed. Everybody counted.
Uh-oh, count it quick. Our first artist up is Archer, who we actually have here today.
Yes.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We have two pieces. One is from a project that we'll see at the end of our community segment, but this is Sergeant Snuggles. And then on the left, we have an piece of artwork that was done for the community design a while back for the release of TBC. And I just can't ever get it out of my head because it's so good and so creepy that I had to put it in because it just like shivers my spine all the time.
Thank you. I actually still really like how that piece came out.
I think it's
I
brilliant.
love the definition of the snake's cat. You did a really good job. But you always do, Cal. You're so good, honestly.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I just
beautiful.
tried my best.
Your best is good, kid. Your best is good.
Yay.
We also have a piece of artwork from our lovely Kit Ballard. And this is a kind of a combination of the Blackout Club with some VR and, of course, Dr. Pepper. And I would like to think that all the cans in the boxcar are Dr. Pepper because I love Dr. Pepper. But, I guess that is up to debate.
It's going to be full Coke versus Pepsi debates here.
Oh, no. No Pepsi in the boxcar, please.
No.
I agree with that. Coke is the superior soda.
And we also have some artwork from Kyle. Kyle, do you want to talk about
Kyle.
this?
Basically, the short version was I thought, hey, what if I just made like a character select screen style? Hey, here's all three of my characters.
Yeah, and it's like vaporwave music playing in the background. And you like get to like select your character. They have to kind of do like a little animation when you're hovering over them. Yeah, I love it.
I do have a fourth character, but this was created before I created her, so she's not.
Nice.
Gotcha.
I love it.
You can never have too many characters, really.
So true. We also have, of course, our friends Lavanya and Astro over at The Dreaming Prophet. Since the last time we had them on the community segment, they've released episodes 12, 13, and 14. 12 is called Enhanced Horror in You, and it talks about enhanced horror, privacy, etiquette, how to record and share. They have a guest speaker of Dark Crow. They also have episode 13, A Midsummer Nightmare, out, which talks about dreams, notable dreams, favorite dreams, and you'll hear my dulcet tones on that episode. Hoo hoo hoo. And they just came out with episode 14, which is called Sweet Dreams, and that is where they asked for everyone to submit their favorite TBC moments. So you get to hear everyone just gush about how much they love the Blackout Club and their favorite moments on there. Linking to you in the chat where you can find that delectable podcast.
Yeah, and Sweet Dreams is a great episode to listen to, especially at the end of the year and for the holidays, because it just fills you with so many warm fuzzies to keep away all that cold-ass snow outside.
It's so true. We also, of course, have our lovely Demons Muse. We saw artwork from them last month, and then I couldn't fit this cutie on the screen, so I had to give him his moment. This is a character sketch for Lucius Williamson with this cute little cat. Hurt his cat and you die. It's so...
Hunter follower, hell yeah.
I'm glossing over that fact. And we also have artwork from Novocaine, of course. On the left here, we have Kirby's OC, Crystal Grace. In the middle, we have Cass's OC. And on the right, we have Novo's stalker kid named Harmony.
Ooh, that's such a good name.
I agree. Gave me chills.
I love Novo art. I actually live for Novo art. Like, if we didn't get a new piece every month, I think I'd riot. So thank you, Novo. You have quelled me for this
You've
month.
quelled the riot. Thank you, Novo. Get next month's in before the due date so we don't riot again.
Please. We need the artwork. Please, Novo, may we have some more?
We also have some artwork from Tyr. We have a fun little SpongeBob meme in the clown room. And then we also have this fun little piece with Speak as One that I don't know Pokemon, but it says that it's supposed to be an SAO Pokelution line. I think that means something to Pokemon people, question mark?
So basically
Pokemon evolve.
Like
Yeah.
evolve. Yeah. So you have like the little starting one, which is like the two little doves, and then
Cal
it
knows a lot
evolves
about
to the
Pokemon.
next
She's
one.
been playing a lot of Sword and Shield.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it.
I saw those eggs.
It's basically kind of comparable.
You should
to
see how many he
Metamorphosis.
has. I'm not even messing with y'all.
But yes, the Pokemon Speak as One is pretty great. What were you saying?
Oh, I said it was comparable to Metamorphosis as opposed to actual evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Either way, it's beautiful. Even for a non-Pokemon knowledgeable person like me, it's beautiful.
I love the bird imagery. It's so pretty. Like, it's so elegant.
It really is. We also have a piece by Vo. This is The Hunter. And this was a little piece that I don't think we could fit in last month. And then I did not know how, just totally relatable it would be this month as well.
Yeah, I like the cape with the spirally portal in the middle because I'm pretty sure that's their symbol. So I see you though.
That's beautiful.
It's so cool. I gotta love like all the horror aspects of this too, especially that face.
It just looks so amazingly intimidating in a way.
I definitely agree. And for our last three, for Novocaine, Tyr, and Vo, all three of them do commissions, so contact them if you want some beauteous things done. And we also have some artwork from Massium, and this is an image that they edited to look like a painting, which could have fooled me. I thought it was totally a painting right away. And unfortunately, the message they included is that I have to say that pineapple on pizza is good.
Oh my god.
It's really hard to say that.
Outsmarted.
So, for this picture only.
Mazium, your opinion is invalid.
Nope, I agree.
Yeah, I do feel like I was outplayed. Thank you very much. We also have a little meme here from Pup Games and Cassowary, which I love.
Oh my god. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love every little bit of this. See, this
Oh
is
my God.
especially funny. This is especially funny when you realize, like, later in the episode, the guy, like, marked as the hunter, shoots the guy in the chair. So,
Oh no.
So,
Well, great.
I like this meme though. This is a good meme.
So Pup Games and Cassowary Casper both helm the account of Rediker Squeaks. So if you haven't followed them, they are a Twitter account that enjoys memeing about TBC and hopes that the rest of the community finds some amusement in it. And I follow them, and it's quite hilarious. We also have some artwork from, of course, Prince Mew. You'll be seeing a little more of these later. They did a ton of artwork that goes towards a big group project that was carried out in December. So I couldn't fit them all on, so there are tiny versions of them here. You can check them out in the larger video that I'll link to in a little bit. And I just had to show this picture bigger because look at all these cute little kids just with their little follower shirts and just like having fun. Some are yelling, some are being mean. It's just so perfect.
And there's
Yeah, the
Laugh
IHT
Last.
one fighting over the laugh last with STG having a knife. I'll just be like, dude, I just want to chill out, man. I love it.
I love how the SDG is wearing a chef hat. So it's like, oh no, she's not holding a knife because she's gonna stab someone. It's because she was cooking, probably.
And now she's gotta deal with Laugh Last bullshit.
It's so true. We also have some artwork from Asher. These gifts like hit me to my core. So on the left two panes, we have their description is that they are their kid, Fliss Knockwood, and that's the mental image of the unknown hunter voice, based heavily on the song Saint Bernard by Lincoln. And on the right, they have a group of people that they run with escaping their No More Shadows trial from the hunter.
I love it.
And they also rewrote a bit of lyrics to go with the images on the left, which I will link in the chat.
I love the art on the left like a lot. It's really cool.
Like the fun part about these drawings too is that Asher has a really great way with like traditional art. Like of course, like the gifts are animated and the like, but this is all traditionally done. So
Oh, you're so right, dude.
yeah, so like traditional art, you don't get a control Z button if you mess up.
Absolutely.
So I have respect for people who can do full color traditional pieces.
I completely agree. And I think that those colors are just so vibrant and just like kind of pierce through the heaviness of what's going on in that situation, even if you didn't know what was going on.
Noel says he kind of wants to make a game to match the graphics of the left one.
Well, do it.
Yeah, we're all like, our wallets are waiting. Go ahead.
26 heads turn to stare directly at Null.
And our last contribution, of course, is the 12 Days of TBC, which had an insane amount of community members going and helping create the lyrics, singing the vocals, performing the song. So we won't play it all here, but I will link to it in the chat and we'll give you a little taste.
I think I'm saying it like at least once every day.
Sleepers dancing at 8, Damon Wheel 7, Sergeant Snuggle 6, rotten eggs 5, flash grenades 4, lucids lurking 3, firecrackers 2, trank darts, and the shape who keeps chasing me.
So thanks to this lovely song, I've had this stuck in my head for days, but it is the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah, and like I'm really happy with how this came out because like I think we like only started getting things together like a couple of days before Christmas Eve. So this was a lot of work done by a lot of people in a very short amount of time.
It's very
It's
true.
awesome.
Very well done. And that
Good
is
stuff.
it for our community segment for December. So remember, any artwork, community contributions, poems, stories, songs, guides, memes, anything that you do that's TBC related, send it to us and we will showcase it on our next episode of Red Acre Neighborhood Watch.
Yeah, go ahead and follow us too on @Rich. We're always retweeting art. We're always sharing people's interactions, their stories, whatever you guys are posting. We're watching, and we're definitely always trying to share it with everyone else.
Absolutely.
You guys know when you play the prologue and the idea asks you to feed him images? Feed us images!
Give it
Please.
to us, please.
Let us be the voice in your head.
All right, and with
Alright.
that, I think we're on to our last giveaway. This yes. This giveaway is for a copy of TBC. And let me open it up. Remember, if you want another copy of TBC or if you have a friend that you want to give the copy to, go ahead and enter the giveaway.
Yeah.
And it should be open now. Go ahead and do exclamation point giveaway.
Go. Get yourselves that game.
Close,
again,
Danny,
like-
close.
And again, if you have a copy of the Blackout Club already, that's fine. You can give it to somebody else because this is a game to play with your friends, and you have a whole lot more of a fun time with your friends. So share the love. Get some more people in here. Let them meet the Measure Cuts for the first time and have their eardrums completely blown up when he goes in and goes, silence. Whoa, shit. How did he do it again?
Silence sinners?
No. Silence helps with clarity of thought as loud as he can into your ears, making everybody scream as loud as they can.
I'm ready.
So basically like this.
Oh no.
Silence helps with clarity of thought.
ASMR Kyle.
No, see, you can't be too close to the mic. You have to yell it. It has to be silence helps with clarity of thought.
We have some great voice actors right here in our community.
Absolutely.
You just gotta be loud.
It's
Like
true.
that dog.
Yes.
No, we're still accepting entries for the giveaway. So if you just popped in right now, go ahead and write the exclamation mark giveaway.
Get yourself a free copy of the Blackout Club.
The best game ever.
Nell says, Dab Lucid loves my dab.
Bill Burr, he's here. Where is he? I'm looking for him. Where'd he go?
Zayden scream.
Satan scream.
There
Thank
we
you,
go.
Sparrow.
Wait, I'm being too loud, aren't I? Of course, my heroes.
18
It was a scream.
Eardrum bursts from Zayden.
New
Alright.
god. New god to pair up with the Mission Cuts. It's Zayden
Oh,
just
no.
screaming into the microphone.
Speak as one, scream as one.
Oh god. I mean, the mask has the mouth wide open.
Basically the voice, if they didn't have any sense of volume control.
So true.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the roast session.
That's what we're here for, Zayden.
Isn't that what friends are?
You've been roasted by mouth, but also by picture today. How does that
I've
feel?
been roasted by everyone in the community at least twice.
Quick, everybody roast him some more. If we do it enough, maybe he'll get a nice golden sheen.
Oh no.
I only get stronger, Archer. Feed me your hate.
God.
All right, friends, about 10 more seconds and we will close this giveaway and pick our winner for our 5th giveaway of the stream.
Do 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 do.
All right, and the winner is... Where's that drum roll at?
It's no.
Beautiful.
It's Nairu.
Nairu!
Nairu.
Congratulations.
Hey!
Make sure that you message me in Discord and we will hook you up with a copy of TBC or hook your friend up with a copy of TBC, whichever you prefer.
And everybody who won one of the God DLCs earlier, please reach out to Leia so that we could get you your DLC as well. Like, we want you guys to be decked out when you go out into Red Acre and, I don't know, fight a god. Pick a god. Speak as one, the Idair, the Hunter, Hunt the Strong. That's his name now.
Yes. And if you didn't win this time, have no fear. We will be back in a month, and there might be more giveaways to come. We don't know. Dun dun dun, dot dot dot.
Yes, Sparrow, we
Yeah.
are gonna fight a god. Off to war we go.
It's time. You've all been drafted. There is no take backsies.
Yeah, with this giveaway being done, we want to take a time to thank everyone for coming to our show and taking the time to watch and sort of relive the year of TBC with us and all the laughter and all the crying we've done over this year. We appreciate it, and we're looking forward to another maybe year or decade of more.
Yes, please. We definitely love you all so much. We couldn't do it without you, and we're just so happy that we've all found this little, corner of people who are just so wonderful and share so much love and positivity into the world. And so, hearts to you all.
And feel free to stick around after the stream is done because we will be raiding another channel and maybe we'll see some people get a couple of god talks tonight. We'll see how it goes. But stick around.
Yeah, feel free to hit them with maybe some spooky dialogue. Come shake my. Need more people here during the once you guys land in the raid.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I think that's about time that, like, you
Yeah.
know what, guys? I think I'm starting to hear something weird happening outside this
Is
box
it Bill
car.
Burr? Is it him?
Oh, God,
Is it Dom Lucid? We need to go!